Come on, kitty, come on. Let me see. You can't be interrupting the cleaning. Good morning, ladies.
Morning, Norma. Thanks
Good
for
morning.
organizing.
Nice to meet you, Susan.
Yeah.
Well, see you on the
On Zoom. Exactly.
all right.
There's no video.
So I've got about 10 people that I'm expecting, at least 10. So, but we won't hold you guys up long waiting for them. But if you'd give us a few minutes more to just see who will be clicking on to our training.
Chat with bot. Norma,
Yes,
this is Barbara Stanton. Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you. What have I done wrong?
Okay, let's see. You've got your visual up. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because let me ask you this. So you can't see what's on your computer screen?
It says Zoom in blue letters.
Oh gee.
Maybe I should I get out of here and then get back in and see if
Yeah,
that,
try doing that and see what happens. Yeah.
because I had problems with Zoom. I had to install it and stuff.
Yeah, I do have some slides here that we'll be walking through.
Yeah, I
So
wanna
I want you to be able to get those.
Showing us.
That- Yeah, let me
Okay, I'm gonna try to get out of here and then come back in.
okay. Yeah, okay, this is the slides.
I gotta find Zoom.
Okay.
Uh,
Here, my screen. Hmm.
huh. Oh, this is better.
Okay, oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. The glitch easily overcome.
There's no good glitch, but
Yeah, yeah. Well, some of them seem to hang around though.
oh yeah.
Can't get rid of them. Okay, yeah, I'm truly nervous, guys, for our day. So I'm hoping you guys are ready to work hard because we may be short on poll drivers But we may not be, and you know, you just don't know. You just don't know. We just have to, you have to take it in stride. All righty, let's give it 2 more minutes, okay?
Okay.
2 more minutes, and then we're going to let it rip. And if they come in later, you know, they'll probably be okay, and we'll help everybody that needs help. Mike, how are you? We've communicated so often by email. Nice to see you. Okay, I've got, okay, participants here. Carol.
Yes, nice to you hear me.
Yes, I sure can.
Good.
Alrighty. Well, it turns out, I think that most of the people who aren't here right now are returning poll drivers who probably didn't feel like they needed a refresher in person anyway. So I've got to figure out how to get my, okay, there's my slides working. Alrighty, so yeah, let's, where are we here? Yeah, okay, 6 minutes in. You know, they, anyone else who will join us will catch up. So let's go. First of all, I'm doing this training for the first time solo. And that's because our 2 tech people, Dave and Chris, each have medical emergencies that they're tending to and couldn't join us today. But I've sat through this, I've used the equipment, and I think I'll be able to guide you through it. So, but stop me at any time if I'm confusing or, you know, you don't understand something. We'll take this very casually and walk right through it. And you'll see when we get to the end and you open your app, if you haven't, well, you probably haven't done so because you've just been set up, but you're all set up in the system. And so you can, you know, pull down your app, you know, whatever, and just kind of walk through it. And you'll see once we get this, you actually see it, that it's pretty intuitive, and I don't think you'll have any problems using it. So anyway, but let's get started. I'm Norma Valentine, and of course we've been communicating via email, and I do appreciate you all showing up today, taking your Saturday to walk through this, and especially for joining us on election day to help us get out the vote, help individuals who need transportation to cast their vote. So thank you so much for that. And I'm going to, I think we've got a small enough group here that I'd like each of you to introduce yourselves and just, you know, take a second or so to say what you want to say about you. So why don't we get started with you, Barbara?
Oh, I'm Barbara Stanton, and I discovered Souls to the Polls at our last election, and I did drive, but I am not sure I remember exactly how all this stuff worked, and so I'm here for a refresher.
Thank you, Barbara, for returning. Mike?
Hi, I'm Mike Gomican. I'm a first-time driver. I've been aware of Souls to the Polls for a while, but I am now retired, so I'm able to drive, and I am looking forward to doing so on Tuesday.
Thank you. Carol. Carol is returning. Carol, you there? She's muted.
I'm
and-
sorry, I thought you said Tara.
I'm sorry, Carol. Okay.
Here I am. No,
Hi
I'm
there.
here. So Jimmy and I drove last time, well, the last two times, and we were really it just really did our hearts good. We felt like we did a little teeny something that could help move people to vote, which we just know is so important. And this election is so, so important. So it really gives us just such a feeling of satisfaction. And all the people that we've met, mostly elderly, often disabled, slightly disabled people, have been a joy to talk with and be with. So that's why we're doing it again.
Thank you, Carol.
Sure.
And Susan is also returning. Thank you, Susan, for coming back. And you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Susan, and my mom and I have a good tradition of getting in the car and helping people get to the polls. And it's kind of a nice mother-daughter bonding, and also feels good to help a bit. Thanks
you.
for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Susan. Patricia? Oh, Patricia is not on audio. So, okay, Patricia, I hope you can hear us okay. I know you can see us, but I don't see an audio button for you, so has that off. But okay, so well, again, thank you all for being here both today and certainly for joining us on election day. We're going to talk about the goals of our transportation support process. I'm not going to go into much about the phone system because that's sort of your back room or background support. I'll just go over that a little bit about how that is designed to help the process. And not much about the booking rides either, because again, that goes on within the virtual call center. And it would just be sort of confusing to go into much detail there. So we're going to be skipping through those slides and dropping down to the driver process and the tools that you're using for that, and then other resource support for the process. I first of all want to talk about Souls to the Polls just a little bit. I've been with the organization since 2020 when we set up in 3 weeks our first virtual call center operation. That went really well. We were working with Lyft at the time, pretty much, Lyft and Uber a bit, to send rides out to voters. It was during the height of the pandemic, if you'll recall. And so we needed a way in which we could keep volunteers like yourself safe and off the roads, but to assist voters. So we use that process. I was trying to use Lyft, to have some vouchers that we could use in case you guys get overwhelmed on election day. But now I've been told we can't do that. And we can't because our attorney said it may be construed as an enticement or an inducement to voters. And so it's going to be up to us. And I just say we're going to do what we can do. We were really, really busy for the midterms. I mean, that day just every minute was back to back to back. If you'll recall, Carol, you were involved with that. Of course, we had some problems with our app at the time that, kind of made that process a little more stressful. And I think we've worked out some of those kinks, let's hope so, because, again, we may have fewer drivers than we may need if it gets really, really busy. And so we'll have a lot of juggling to do, but that's the name of the game. Souls to the Polls is a nonpartisan organization. We're 501c3, and that's one of the reasons why we have to really be careful about crossing the line in some instances. They would love to snatch our 501c3 status, which would make it difficult to raise funds to do this work. And so that's why we're really careful. So that's why we also say you need to be careful as well on the road, because we're nonpartisan. We don't ask any questions about the callers who request rides. Anyone can request a ride, and we will manage it as best we can. We go throughout Milwaukee County. We've done a number of pickups in West Dallas and Cudahy, and I think we've probably gone to every suburban area in the region. And so you may get some voters who may get in the car and they're saying things that make you feel, annoyed or uncomfortable or whatever. Don't engage much, because if you have someone that's trying to suss you out with respect to, are you really nonpartisan, or is there something I can report about you? We don't want to give them any fodder. So just know that if they, ask questions about who to vote for, or are you liberal or whatever, just not engage. Just say, I'm here to assist you to get to the polls, and I'm pleased to do that. How is your day? So that's how we should handle that. Again, we provide transportation to any voter who wants it. We pride ourselves in that we offer personal round trip, door-to-door service. That's our mission and our call. Now, that being said, of course, we focus on the Black and Hispanic communities. So a lot of your engagement will be with that community and that audience. But you will get, individuals in other communities that, again, may engage you in a way that you need to be careful. Any questions about that? Yeah.
I have a question. This last time at the primaries, when we picked up a gentleman, he said, I don't even know who's on the ballot. And we did not say anything. But so I'm wondering, how can we say who's on the ballot? And if they're Republican or Democrat, can we identify those things about the person without giving an opinion or anything?
Well, actually, there's
Oh, okay.
I think, this may sound like it's going too far, but what I understand that is permissible to say is not only who's on the ballot, but you may say, there's a man and a woman running without necessarily, identifying who, and say, one is supported by the Democrats, and the man is supported by the Republicans. The woman is supported by the Democrats. You can say that. You can say one, expresses that they're conservative. The other says she's more progressive.
Can you name if it's, like two men or whatever, can you name the person?
Yeah, you can name the person. Yeah.
You can name the person.
You can name the person. Yeah.
And you can give like what's in the newspaper, kind of like what their stand is, and
what's in the newspaper. And you just simply say to them, but Souls to the Polls is not endorsing any of the candidates. Okay. This is just, who's running.
Okay, thank you so much. I wish we had known that.
Yeah.
I think he just didn't really know.
Well, a lot of people didn't know, I mean, particularly during the primaries, because there were a number of other candidates, and it was sort of like, well, how do I sort these out? Right. And we got a lot of questions with that. I think it's going to be a little simpler now that they're just the two people, but you're still going to get folks that are, confused about how to.
And how about the referendums? Can we inform them that there's going to be there's going to be 4 issues, 3 referendums on bail and stuff?
I think it's permissible to say this. And now, again, you can decide not to engage at all.
Mhm.
And if it looks like you're going to be, going down a rabbit hole in any of this, then you may want to limit your engagement. But I think it's permissible to say, with respect to the referendum, the League of Women Voters, which is also a nonpartisan group, because these are issues. The ballot, the referenda are issues. They're not candidates, right? They are respect to certain issues in the community. And as nonpartisan groups, we can engage around issues.
Okay.
And so the League of Women Voters has said, and we're sort of endorsing this, vote no on all referenda questions. Vote no, because it really will not be helpful. Any of these referenda will not be helpful to our community. And, and say our community, because, again, it's really the broader community. It's not really the Black community or the white community or whatever, but it certainly won't be helpful to the Black community, what they're asking. Now, I had already cast my ballot, so I didn't necessarily follow the entire no, but I recognize that some looked a little fishy. So, but
the referendum are on bail and such are written in such a way that it's very hard to understand exactly what they mean.
Well, it's hard to understand what they mean, and it's hard to understand how they may be interpreted if they do pass. How could they be interpreted and used in the judicial system that could be harmful? And I think that's why, and the League of Women Voters goes into a little more discussion about why they are saying no. But I think it would be appropriate to just say that, and I would attribute it to them. I mean, that's what they're saying. If the person says, well, hey, the League of Women Voters is a woke group, so I don't listen to what they say, well, that's up to them. Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what they're saying, and move along.
Thank you very much. Okay. That clarifies it. Okay, thank you.
So what we are trying to do here is enable you with training, provide you information and resources so that you're confident in your role as drivers and in your role as engaging voters. We want the voter experience while we're booking rides. We want to be efficient. We want to, them to trust us and feel comfortable, and be ready for the calls we're getting. For you in getting the rides, we want that to be successful. We want you to feel supported, and we want you to feel safe. So in any, if you feel uncomfortable in any situation that you find yourself, then just exit that situation. Let us know, and we certainly support you. You're the ones on the ground and see what's happening. So please keep yourself safe out there. The way in which we're engaging voters and engaging the process, and the focus of this today's conversation certainly is around booking rides. And the way we do this is with inbound calls. So we have a hotline. We've been advertising that hotline on radio for a couple of weeks. We really went hard all this week for early voting, and we have dedicated ads for Election Day. So we'll be going hard the 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th with that advertising. So hopefully that will pay off. We've also worked with a group, a national organization that we partnered with, that have sent out over 100,000 postcards with our ride number on it. So we've done as much as we can to try to support the process. We've also generated several thousand flyers, many of them that were gone, that we took out door to door to voters. So the number is out there, and hopefully that will pay off for us on election day. So we take inbound calls and schedule those rides. We've also been doing outbound calls. We've increased that over the last couple of election cycles, where we call individuals, particularly those that we've offered rides to in the past, and ask if we can re-support them, or we can support them again by scheduling them to go to the polls again. That's really worked out well for us to get additional rides scheduled. So those outbound calls, and then we've also called. We've called almost 1,000 voters, and some of those are individuals that we canvassed, where we went out door to door, and we followed up that with our calling. If you have, again, any questions that the voter has with respect to the process of voting, and you need help with that, certainly, you can call the call center. If you can't answer that question, you can call us. And when I walk through the process, I will show you that you can also, if you choose to, send us messages through your app. We can receive those. The various roles of this operation is that we have the what we call the virtual call center. Now, with the virtual call center, individuals can volunteer from any place because they can do this remotely from their home. And those individuals are booking our rides, and they're booking them, as I described, in a couple of ways. They're booking them by getting calls through our hotline, and they're also booking them by making those outbound calls. And we can, when we're not in operations, individuals can leave us messages, and we can follow up with them. So if we're not live, we can call back any missed calls through our voicemail system. We generally operate where we're not assigning particular calls to you, that those assignments go out automatically. But sometimes we may make a particular assignment depending on what's happening in the moment. But generally, you're going to just get those assignments just popping up on your app. As drivers, of course, you provide rides. You pick them up at their home, or sometimes they may want to be picked up at a job site, and we can do that as well. So you will pick them up at their pickup address. You'll take them to their polling site. You wait for them. Now, the only way that you may not wait is if you get there and the line looks like it's around the corner. Now, we're not expecting that kind of volume here in Milwaukee. We don't usually have people having to wait for hours like we know some locations and in some states do. So generally, your wait time is not going to be so excessive that you can't wait. But if it looks like it is, then we may reassign you. But in those instances, particularly if we're short on people on Tuesday, we may reassign you to another pickup. Then in those cases, you would tell the voter that you're going to be leaving them, but you will come back as quickly as you can. But in the interim, when they're finished voting, they can also call the hotline back. They can call the number back, and we'll get a driver to pick them up. But assure them that we will get them back home. So you will take them to a drop-off location. Sorry about the slides there. And then for the operations, that's really the tech support. So that's myself helping you It's Dave and Chris who really have the skill sets and the efficiency of the both of the platforms. And so, you know, we can get that support as well. They may be dropping in on Tuesday. So if there's, you know, any need for that. With respect to that tech support as well, I'll be sending each of you again. It was in the email that I sent out the other night. There was this war room link. We call it the war room, and it's really just a Zoom link where the call center, all of the call center operators, wherever they're located, can click on that link, and they can, you know, mute themselves and work in the background. But if they've got a question or they need tech support or just, you know, need to have conversation, they can come, you know, online and talk to me or talk to Dave or whomever, talk to their fellow call center operators. We want you to have that link as well. We noticed from the midterms that there were a couple of drivers who did come on the link, and because we had such a firestorm at the time, because they were present and we knew what their needs were, we could push rides out to them. So if you want to click on the link, you know, you can, you know, pull aside and stop, and then just take your phone and click on that Zoom link. The other way is that we also have the hub, which is our in-person site where you can go and, you know, meet up with other Souls to the Polls organizers, as well as some of your poll driving colleagues there. So the hub address again is in that email, but I will, if you, well, I'll leave it on, I'll put it in the chat before we're done, but it's at the Amalgamated Transit Union on 26 and Wells. So it's near downtown. That's also the site you're going to use to pick up your removable stickers if you don't have them. And I'll just talk quickly about them. We started with the removable stickers in the midterms. It went over really well. It was a recommendation of one of our volunteers that we do that actually, so that, you know, as it was said before, we're working with a lot of elderly or older voters. And so, you know, they come out and, you know, what car should I, you know, is this the right car or that's the right car? Well, now they can see, and we can tell them, you can see this big, you know, free rides to the polls sticker on the side of the car, and you'll know you're getting into the right vehicle. So, and then they also just promote the fact that there is a vote, you know, for other people in the community that see you driving through the area. So that's, the stickers have went over really well. So you want to pick up your stickers. If you're going to be working on election day and you haven't picked them up, there should be someone there starting at 7. And so you can go down there and get those. The tools that we're using, the systems and the tools that we're using for the phone system, the Telsio that has the hotline is used in the call center. The polling locations, those are from the call center. You are given the polling location when you get your ride information. It's included there. So you really don't have to worry about the polling location that's provided for you. And then for the rides, we're going to be we are working with the taxi caller system, and that's what we'll go over. The call center also uses that taxi caller, because that's our dispatch platform that we use to get those rides out to you. Any questions about what I've said so far? So I'm going to skip through these because they're mainly about, or they are about the call center operations, you know, how they would do their work. And we're gonna skip down to, I think this is even for them. Call flow for booking a ride, yep. Okay, so here is where we're gonna start with the driver app, the taxi caller. Have any of you pulled down or loaded that the taxi caller on your phones yet?
Yeah,
No,
I did.
Yes,
Okay,
I have it.
okay, good. Now, and you got the taxi caller driver, correct? Where it says taxi caller for drivers?
Yeah, I wasn't sure it was the right thing, so I deleted it.
Okay, yeah, you want to get, it says taxi caller driver in the Google Google Play Store, which is Android. That's the one I have. Now, if you have an Apple, it could be named something else. I think it's probably the same though. So it's taxi caller driver. And then when you get the app and open it, it says taxi caller for drivers, because there's a taxi caller for somebody else, the admin taxi caller app or something. But you want the one for drivers.
On the iPhone, there's one for passengers.
Okay, okay, yes. See, like Lyft and Uber, right? Where they, if you are a customer, you can have your own, and so yeah, that you don't want, you want the one for the drivers. So download Taxi Caller, the driver app, and it's in, again, both Android and Apple operations. Let's hear, I got them.
Norma?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Mike.
Mike, you're kind of breaking up there. It's a little hard to get your.
I'm downloading on my. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm downloading Taxi Caller for Driver now on iPhone, and it's just as the name suggests. It's Taxi Caller dash.
Driver, right? Yeah, because you can see that on the screen, right? Taxi Caller dash driver.
Yes, for
Yeah.
iPhone.
Okay.
So I just downloaded it.
Oh, on the iPhone. Good, good.
Yes.
Okay. So I tell you what, why don't the rest of you, if you haven't downloaded it already, why don't you download your Taxi Caller app to your phones? You mind doing that?
No, I have it downloaded. It wants me to sign in.
Yeah, well, let's just walk through that. If you've got it on your phones, let's just walk through that, because I'm sort of a hands-on kind of person. And so we can walk through the slides, or we can just do it. So anyway, you got it on your app, right? Or got it on your phone?
I don't have it on my app yet. I don't,
on your phone.
I'm in the Apple store with apps, but I don't see it and I don't know how to find it.
Okay, you can't just do a search. Can you do
I
a
don't
search?
see where I can do oh, now I found a search.
Yeah,
Let me just look and see.
and just put Taxi Caller in there, and it should come up with several options.
Taxi Caller is 2 words. Taxi.
Yes, they're it's one word together. Yeah, Taxi Caller, one word.
And then a space and then driver.
No, just put Taxi Caller and search that.
Okay. Okay, I got it now.
Okay.
Uber, taxi for passenger. I got taxi for driver. Yes.
Yeah, Taxi for driver.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All righty.
Okay, let me see if it went in. Looks like it's loading. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
So to set it up, you want to, set up your login information. So the company ID that you need, now, once you set this up, you don't need to, you'll just sign in from there. Yeah, it'll show you at the, when you click on it, that's it. When you click on sign in, you'll see a sign in page.
Mhm,
And at the very top is the company ID is
mhm.
Souls. Now my Souls has the S capitalized. I think you can do it either way. So you can obviously capitalize it, or it can be lowercase Souls for the company ID. Your username that's been set up is your first name underscore and your last name. And then your password is capital S, small t, capital P, 2023.
I'm
Now,
sorry,
this is an old one here. It says 22, but you want to put 2023 exclamation point.
could you say that again?
It's a capital S, small t, capital P, 2023 exclamation point.
Okay. Remember me.
And then once you put that in, and you might want to click the remember me, so you don't have to do that again. So click the remember me and then sign in. Hit the sign in.
What's our password?
It's
on the
it's on the
screen.
screen, but it's S, capital S.
Oh, that one that you just gave us. I
Yes,
put that-
that's the password.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Except instead of 2022, type in 2023 with the exclamation mark,
Yes.
and you will get in. I just got in, so I'm in the app now.
Okay. So is everyone in the app now at a gray screen that has a number of icons, including start, shift? You have a sign out when you're ready to exit. That's at the very bottom there to your right of the screen.
Yes.
Do you all see that? And your name should be at the very top with a
Yes.
little icon next to it.
Yes,
You all see that?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So then hit start shift. Okay. When you hit there, you're going to see cars, different cars that are all on the screen there. And you can see that there are several people that are already signed in that are on the road.
I
So
don't have any cars, Norma. I have circles with people in them. And then
well,
next,
but does it say car 1, car 2?
oh, yes, it says car 1, car 3, car 4, or
Yes.
15, car 1, car 13, 14, and 15. and
Yeah,
16.
yeah.
I see that.
So yeah, so what you do when you come on shift, you're going to select a car. Now you don't select in the red where you see a name already, because that car has already been selected. You want to select one of the green cars. So go ahead and click on, because you're not going to break anything. Go ahead and click on one of the green cars. And you can call out if you want to call out the car you're picking.
16.
Okay, so I'm going to click car 9. And when you click on your car, you can see it shows up under selected vehicle.
Oh,
And then when it clicks on there, then hit the start shift again.
okay.
And then I'm going to tell you guys if I see your cars showing up. it'll take you back to the gray screen. And then I'm gonna go in and see whose cars show up on my end.
Remember, mine says failure, no permission.
You're at this, you're at the start window?
I'm at the start shift and then I did my green car and then I did start shift and then I get a box that says failure, no permission. Or okay, I guess maybe I can try okay. No. I have my car selected. I press start shift and it says failure, no permission.
What car did you select?
16.
No one else has 16?
I might have 16.
Okay. Should I do another car?
Yeah, do another car.
Do I just select another one or do I have to delete that first one?
No, well, just,
There's
I don't
something
know if you
open.
delete it or
I'll
not.
do
Yeah,
10,
just
then
try
I'll do
selecting
part-
another one.
I did
Okay.
10. Okay.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time pulling up my dashboard here. Okay, there it is.
Okay, it did it. It went in. It gave me the
Oh, good.
screen with.
Yeah,
different-
yeah, just be careful that you're not selecting a car that has already been selected, because you'll get that message, obviously.
Okay, okay.
So, yeah,
It ended my shift. I had selected car 16, but I ended my shift so that that car would be available again.
Okay.
okay. So again, I'm having just a little slowness pulling up. So I've got 7 cars on the screen now when I only had 3 or 4 at the beginning. So 3 of you are definitely in, and I'm going to tell you who's in here.
Okay.
Oh, Vicky's finished with her. All right, she's finished. She's finished. I got Carol on the board.
Mhm.
I've got Susan on the board. I've got Barbara on the board.
Good. Car 4, yeah.
Okay,
Good.
so I can see who's on, who's got their app open. And then on the day of, I'm going to be able to see the rides that have been pushed out to you as well. Okay, now let me sign it again. And I can't be signed into my app on my phone and my dashboard. So I signed out. I'm going to sign back in. Now I do know that but I don't know how it works. I don't know where it is that you can communicate with us. Try that. That gives you the time. Okay, I'm going to try this and see if you see anything from me. Just 1 second here. I'm going to log back out and log into my dashboard, and I'm going to send a message out to one of you, and you tell me if you see my message. Okay, got the car here. All right, Susan, I am going to send a message to you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I just got like a text message through the app. That's really
Okay.
nice.
All right. And so in some way you can click on that, I guess, and send a message to me.
Yeah, it actually, I had the app open and I thought it would come up, like I'd get a notification in jobs or something, but it just kind of like comes up over the other things in the app and sends me a message. And I'm trying to think, I just closed it and I'm trying to think how to get back to it.
Well, I can, without sending you a job, specifically.
Oh, so
You
you can just, that's just an ability to send me a message without it actually being a job.
Oh, yeah, yeah, right. Or if you have a job and I need to say something about, oh, we just got a call, Susan, that person isn't going today or something.
Sure,
But
sure.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send you a pickup for me. And then you can tell us what you see on the screen there. So I'm
Okay.
gonna do myself.
I didn't really see how I could reply to your message, but
Yeah, and I know you can, but I must say, I don't know how to do that either. I will try to get that information from a person that's been texting me a lot.
Sure.
Who obviously found it.
Oh, I see. Under jobs, there's a chat feature. So
Okay,
I can share this in the chat. So if you were to open job view, one of the choices on the bottom of job view is chat. And when
okay.
I click on chat, I can see the message you sent me.
Mhm.
And I might be able to chat back. I'm just not sure, but I can definitely see the messages you sent me under job view.
Okay. Now I'm going to just send this out. I'm not assigning it or anything. We're just gonna send it normally. And then we'll see who it pops up for. Of those, if you've got your app open. Alrighty. So I've booked it for now. I'm all set to. So I'm sending that out for a pickup now. Well, I hope one of our other people don't pick it up. I'll have to.
Isn't it like an early voting day? Yeah, I see that it came up for me.
Oh, Susan, it came for you?
Yeah, do other people see it where I can accept or decline?
Yes.
Did other people get it too?
I don't-
No, I did not get it.
Yeah, I see it, Susan. Yeah, see, only one person will get it though. So I see you, I can click on you, I see your name, and I see that you've got my request. Okay, and you can see the information you have there. You got my address, and then you have, now this is curious. Oh, did I screw up here? Why does it have, because it doesn't have, let me go back and check. I've got Midtown in there.
It looks good from it looks legitimate from my end. I can put in the chat, I can put a screenshot of what it looks like for me.
Well, do you see a Midtown Center though, as a drop?
No, I see an address.
Yeah, and that is not, let me check on one of the others if they've got a ride here. This is see, I think everyone has dropped off there, folks. They're all free at the moment. Oh, here.
Should I put my view in the chat or is that not helpful?
No, I'm going to have to figure out from these folks how would this work here? Let me let me call one of our, this is the first time I've noticed this here, and I'm just because we send you the polling location and I'm not seeing the polling location there. So it's like, well, how?
There's an address. It says the pickup and the destination are the same. I'll put it in the chat, what I see.
Norma, I just got it. I just got an incoming job.
You got a job? Oh, now what is your job though?
The job is the same that you have there, 901 West Winnebago Street. And the
Oh,
pickup
you know why
and
you
the
got that?
destination
Oh,
are the same.
that allows me to talk about something else that I might have forgotten. I need to tell you that you need to accept, when you got that job, Susan, did you see an accept?
Yeah, and I didn't accept it.
Right.
I didn't accept it.
And you need to accept it within 2 minutes. So
Okay.
when you get your job pop up, accept it within 2 minutes. If you don't accept it, then it goes to the next available person. And in this case, it went over to Carol, right?
Yeah.
So it went over to, but it goes to another driver. So yeah, accept your request right away. Don't just go heading out to pick up the person. Accept first. Then the next step you want to do, you're going to accept it, and then you're going to call that individual. So you're going to take your phone and call that person, identify yourself as their poll driver, and say, I'm 10 minutes away from you, or I'm 20 minutes away, or I'll be there shortly, you know, or whatever, you know, tell them your car or something, but just confirm with them that they are going and that you're headed towards them. Okay.
Norma, I am so sorry, but I'm going to have to close. And is this going to be on video that I can watch the rest of it on video?
Oh, you know what? I didn't hear my my record, which I should have, and I may not be. If I didn't record this, I do have a recording and from the other training, and I'll send that to you. But either way, you'll get a recording that
Okay.
you can refer back to. Now,
And
who has to leave?
This is Carol. I'm going
Oh,
to have
Carol.
to.
Okay,
Yes.
Carol. Well, you've done this before. You're going to be fine, Carol. Anyway,
Oh, we'll
but
see.
I'm going to
Okay,
be.
Norma.
Yeah, I'm going to be sure, and I'm going to work out my confusion here. I
Okay.
do apologize for going down a rabbit hole with that, but I'm just confused that I don't see the polling site in your
Okay.
information. I never noticed that before. So anyway, we'll work that out
Okay.
before you get on shift. But thanks a lot, Carol, for coming
Thank
this
you.
morning. And then we're going to wrap up very shortly. I'll go through and see what, because that's really the long and the short of it, frankly, is you know, you're going to open, you know, sign in, start shift, select a car, select a green car that's not been selected by anyone, and then when that pops up at the bottom of your screen under your selected vehicle, then hit start shift again, and that will get you set to receive call request for rides. So and let's see what else on the slides here, so I know what I might have missed. If anything.
Could you send me one of the requests that you did it to Car4 so I can see what it looks like on my.
Okay, I tell you what, why don't the rest of you close out there so that yeah, so that it'll go to Barbara, or we could do it offline too, Barbara, if you wanted to do it later. It's just that
Whatever's good for everybody.
yeah, with everyone on, I'm not sure if it's going to come to you. Yeah, so, and I'm going to actually unbook, I'm going to cancel what I just put in there because I don't want any of these, I don't want it going to someone else out on the field.
Right.
Okay, so we've got that out of there. Okay, so yeah, let's do that shortly, Barbara, when we can work together, and then we can be sure that you get it. And I still have a busy, so let me see who that is before I jump off. Okay. Yeah, so individual. Okay, good. And I must say, guys, I do have a bit of a challenge working the screen here when I'm trying to do Zoom, and I got other apps open and I can't find my slides. Okay, all right, here, maybe this is it. Where- Oh, it's paused. Okay, so unpause it. How do you unpause the screen? Okay. I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to share again. My system. Alrighty. Okay, where did I get those slides? Here we go. Slideshow.
Yeah. Norma,
Yes,
can I get back to you later on today?
yes, that would be great.
Okay, about what time would you?
Oh, I'm going to be here all afternoon, so
Okay.
yeah, you could call anytime.
Yeah.
I do apologize, guys, for getting stuck here for a moment, but I'm going to finish this off here in just a second.
Yeah, I have something else I have to do.
Okay,
I'll give you a call maybe around 3.
that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to be sure I didn't miss anything that's pertinent, although I'm pretty sure I've covered the essentials, but let's just make sure.
Norma, I have a quick question, and that
Uh-huh.
is when we're all done, the person has voted and we've taken them back home.
Mhm.
Do we like mark them complete or put ourselves as available?
Yeah, when you and again, because I haven't been on the street doing this process,
Sure.
there have been, there are certain things that I haven't seen, but there are apparently prompts where you can, when you're finished, you're going to mark delivered.
Great.
I believe, yeah.
Great.
So, but let's see if that may be highlighted here because when you open, okay, apparently when you open the app, there's a settings button on that gray screen, and that settings button, when you click on that, you're going to select the mapping preference. So I think you have Google Maps, so you may have some other mapping in there. And so you want to set your mapping. Now I've had some complaints from individuals that yeah, they're okay. When I select mapping, navigation, they say you only have to do this once. I'm not seeing what map you would set. So I may have to get back to you on that. But I've had some complaints that the mapping doesn't always work well, that it doesn't seem to, it can put you off track. So so what I would suggest is that you try using your Google Maps that's on your phone if you need to find a location. Just put that location in your Google Maps. Is probably going to be much more efficient for you.
Great, thanks.
Okay. Select your vehicle that's starting shift, accepting jobs. Alert will come up for a job, as we talked about. Accept that job within 2 minutes. Okay, call out is this now. I see call out on my screen. I don't know if you see it on yours, but that's the status when you're en route to a voter. And then it says you click on the up arrow to activate your GPS mapping software. That mapping may be in there already. Maybe the reason we didn't see it is that it may be set up for you already. And I think that you may have the Google Maps in there. So you can go ahead and select that and see how it works for you. But your backup, of course, is going to be your own Maps application. Phone the voter. Call the voter when you arrive. Confirm your voter by their name. Use their name. I'm here for, Margaret. And then you'll get a change status to POB, passenger on board. And so that'll let you know that, that you're en route, and let us know too that you're en route with your passenger, either en route to the polling center or en route to their home. Drive voter to the polling center. And then drive them to their drop-off location. And then here it says when you drop off the location, change the status to delivered. Confirm passenger that confirms the passenger has been dropped off. And then when you are finished with your shift, please log out, hit end shift, and log out. Don't just log out before you hit end shift, because if you don't log out, your car is still going to be on the board. We'll think you're available, and we may think we have more drivers than we do, which means we may schedule people for pickups where we really don't have a sufficient coverage. So please put in your shift before you log out. I sent you a document called, it was called Guidelines for Poll Drivers. That information is in a Google Drive, a shared drive. So when you open that, you may get you will probably get a request, send a request for admission to that document or permission to open that document. I will get those requests. So I'll look at, at my phone to be sure that I'm receiving a request from you. If I don't get a request from you, I may text you to open it and request it so that I can be sure that you'll have access when you need it. Okay, I think that's the end of the slides. I think I've covered everything. I know it's been a bit choppy, but did you guys get what you need?
Yes, I think between that and the document on Google Drive, I think that should answer all my questions.
Okay.
But I will contact you directly if there are further questions.
Yeah, and as I said, I will send out, I don't see, I may have missed the recording on this for some reason. I thought it was automatically recording. But again, if this did not record, I do have a recording of the video that has specifically, it's for poll drivers. And so I'll make sure that you guys get that. And you can, refer to that if you have any questions or something seems a little confusing to you, that should help you. But if that's not enough, of course, please call me and we can certainly work one-on-one as well to assist you. Okay.
Norma, I do see an icon in my upper left screen that flashes red and it indicates recording.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm just not seeing it here. So good. Okay. So but this one or the other one, yeah, you'll get a recording, and I think that's it. If there are any other questions, we can pursue those now, or if no other questions, you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. We do look forward to it being a great turnout election, and but that may mean that you're going to be pretty busy, and so get some rest and be prepared for whatever comes on Tuesday. Okay.
Okay,
Sounds
thank
good.
you.
And I think you did record. I think you are recording.
I am recording. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why it's not showing up here, but that's good to know.
Yeah, I think you are.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks, Norma. I appreciate your time.
Okay. I appreciate you too. Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
All right,
You guys have a good day.
You
Bye
too.
now.